Okay, let's be honest, last episode was all fun and games with the Arsenal game, but we are back on the kind of more serious track today. We're looking to just get a little bit closer towards promotion, and we're looking to get that with a game against second placed Forest Green. Hi there, how you doing? Welcome to My Career here on FM24. My name is Stu. Thank you for joining me in today's video, which is part number 13 of the first club, maybe the only club, here at Spennymoor Town. And in today's video, we're going to be playing against Boreham Wood and against the second place team in the league, Forest Green Rovers. What could go wrong? And if you're excited to see how we get on in those two games today, don't forget, leave a like on there for me, and don't forget to subscribe as well, just so you don't miss anything in the future that comes out of this face right here and all the nonsense that typically comes out of it. I'm not going to lie, I've recorded that intro about 5 times because I kept stuffing it up. It's a really basic intro as well, so I don't quite know what was going on. But anyway, since you were last with us, as you were, it's been fantastic. It's been really good. So Arsenal was at the end of January. Obviously did quite we did quite well in that. I can't really say that without it being slightly ironic. We didn't do that well at all, really, but we managed to get through it, and that was the most important thing. So since then, we haven't lost a game. We did draw a couple. So drew against Barnet, bit of a struggle. Beat Worthing 5-1, great. Drew against York 2-2, but we did have a red card and an injury. So take that with a pinch of salt. We did quite well. York are actually a decent team in this league as well. We then had to beat Halifax on penalties. Bearing in mind, Halifax are the league below us, but they are top of that. So, you know, again, swings and roundabouts at this level. That was a bit of a struggle, but we did rotate quite a bit for that side as well. So that was something. Beat Rochdale, really good, 2-0. Drew against Sutton, not ideal, considering Sutton are, where are they? They are lower mid-table. Not ideal, really, to draw that one. But then we have just beaten Solihull Moors and Aldershot back-to-back. So, good times. But today, it is Boreham Wood, it is Forest Green. Forest Green, very much the main event of the episode. Now, in terms of personnel, I'm trying to think if there's anything that we've done. I'm pretty sure we've probably done some stuff. But, no, you know about Elliot Hewitt. That was the last transfer that we made. I have got some players in on trial, but I don't know if any of them are going to make the grade. There's one attacking midfielder who I'm looking at who would make the grade. He'd be quite good, in fact. However, he wants £2,500 a week, and I'm not prepared to give him that. So, bit of a problem. Reason why I'm looking for an attacking midfielder is because we finally had our bluff called by Isaac Fletcher, and he wants to leave. So he's on the transfer list. He's not fantastic, but he's got a bit of potential, and I would be open to keeping him. But again, the consistency, the big matches, they do put me off. So if someone comes in for him, I'm not going to stop him from going. Other than that, things are going quite well. We had a few injury issues here or there, but we've dealt with them admirably. Glenn Taylor is retiring this season. I could have tried to convince him to stay on. I'll be honest with you, I haven't done that because if we get into the Football League, he's not gonna cut it at that level. He's just really not. So he's doing well at this level. He's a bit of a super sub. He's a bit of a good rotation option, but we'll let him go out, hopefully with another promotion under his belt to the Football League, and we'll let him go out in style. I very much did say he was like our Lucas Perez from the Deportivo save. Got us to the main league, or, you know, in this case, it'll be the Football League, and then retires and doesn't play in it. So, doesn't get to see the fruits of his labour, but he is very much a part of it. So, that is that. Quick look at the league table. We're absolutely bossing it. After 36 games, we're on 87 points. Forest Green, our nearest rivals, on 72, which is a thing of beauty. Speaking of which, let's get to that game, shall we? And this is the 11 that we are going to be using. It is Langley in goal, Banks, Burke, Ward and Staunton in defence, Ravenhill and Riley in the middle. And we've got Wood, Ferguson and Mendes supporting Benjamin up front. Now, I'm just thinking, is there a reason why Staunton is starting? I think it was rotationary. It is rotationary, so we are going to commit to it. I am actually, however, going to make sure we don't have Hewitt on the bench. We're going to have Wood there just in case. But that is the 11 we're going to go with. Let's get to it, shall we? Let's get to it and see whether we can get another 3 points on our march to a hopeful promotion. I mean, we have been bossing the league. It would be atrocious if we managed to completely stuff it up now. I don't think we will. However, I don't know if you've met me, but I am sometimes a little bit incompetent, so it is what it is. I've actually remembered to change this time, which is quite nice. We're already on 3D match kind of viewing, which is good, rather than 2D that I always forget it on. Office blocks here. I tell you what, if you've got a job there, because that looks like an office block rather than a block of flats to me. You've got a job there, fantastic. Working, getting paid while you're watching the footy. That, I mean, assuming that they let you work on a Saturday. Normally that wouldn't be ideal. Normally you want the weekend off. But if, I tell you what, if you're working there, Why not just work on the weekend? That sounds good to me. Totally off topic for anything that we need to talk about, but those are my thoughts on that. And we are underway. We are underway with the highlights with ourselves. No fast kick-off from us today with the goal, but we are kicking off and we are with the ball early on. Mendes now goes back to Ward. Ward out to Staunton. We do need to desperately upgrade our left-back next season. Ward now looking to find another option. Has to go back to Burke across him on the other side of the defence into Ravenhill. Now Ravenhill, I was really excited to sign him. He's been a disappointment overall. He has one occasional game that's good, and then he'll just go through a run of them where he is just pathetically bad. Like, there's no other way to put it. And it is quite annoying. Oh, Ferguson should be burying that there. Ferguson did have an injury, but he has recovered from that, obviously, which is good. But we did definitely miss him, only having, Fletcher. And we also did use Wood there as well. And, you know, mixed success there. Neither of them were as good as Ferguson, obviously, but we made it. We made it and we got by. But that's why I've been looking for an attacking midfielder as a free transfer. But it's slim pickings in terms of quality and also in terms of that one player we found who is good quality, just wants too much money. Wow, Mari Benjamin cuts me off with a... I'm not going to call it a screamer because it's along the floor. It doesn't look that hard. I think Mackenzie Lyle in goal for Boreham Wood has probably aided this being a goal by not necessarily doing the best goalkeeping job he's ever done in the world. Wood gets it to Benjamin here. Benjamin is a fair way out. And I think as a goalkeeper, you should be saving that. What do I know? Look at me. I'm clearly not an athlete. The only time I ever got put in goal at school was because no one else wanted to go there. And because I was, well, again, look at me. I was very much relegated to that. And my former classmates would tell you I was not a very good goalkeeper. I don't think I was a better central defender than I was a goalkeeper. And I wasn't exactly a good central defender either. So that should tell you everything about my goalkeeping abilities. Having said that, I think I'm right in judging that that was not a particularly good piece of goalkeeping from their goalkeeper. I spent a long time slagging their goalkeeper off, and I do apologise for it, but I do feel like he could have done better. I'm not that bothered, though, because he did give us a goal, so if it was for us, I'd be going on about it even more. Mendes now into Wood. Wood makes it 2-0. Happy days inside 20 minutes. And Harrison Wood, I tell you what, he's kind of crept into the side a little bit. He was very much just a cover player, but he is creeping into the side more and more. And it is good to see. And it is at that point where I'm just thinking Wood will just be an attacking midfielder if we need him to be now. And we'll just forget Isaac Fletcher exists because there's no point playing him when he's not going to be of any benefit to us. That's kind of what I'm thinking at the moment. But anyway, 2-0 within 20 minutes. Result. Match momentum all with us, which is what we like to see. Up until that moment that I just said it. Just don't say things, Stu. If you say things, things are going to happen against what you say. But if you don't say them, then that can't happen, can it? Or something like that. I don't know. Their centre-back's not having a good time. Neither's their central defensive midfielder. Our team is looking like they're having a lovely time, other than Staunton, but he is our worst player, so you would expect that. They are coming back into it at the end of this half, though, which is a little bit of a concern. However, it might be too little too late in this 45, which will then give us a chance to kind of reassess, have a bit of a rest, and get back on top of things. Right, Burke gets it to Ferguson. Ferguson, I would like to see a bit of magic from him today. He's clearly looking for a pass here, but he's decided to go on a run with it. Instead, he's actually given the ball away there, which is a bit disappointing. Just as I said I wanted him to do something with a bit of magic in, he kind of does the opposite. He's pulled a turd out of the hat there rather than a rabbit, and, you know, it's not ideal, really. Right, Langley with the ball at his feet. That's never a good thing, but he's got it to Ward, which is good. Okay, now over to Burke. Pass around the defence. That's eat the timeout. Eat the timeout. Why not? Why not? We've only got half the game to go, you know, just eat the timeout. Big ball over the top, by the way. Just while I'm kind of taking the mick out of my team, we actually did a good attacking move, but we have given it away. Oh, Ferguson does well there. Making up for me taking the mick out of him. The ball ends up with Wood. I tell you what, he's good. He's very good. We're not going to be able to get him on a permanent, kind of similar to Lennon last season, but he looks like he's a tasty player. He really does look like he's a tasty player. Rose here just caught out at sea. Ferguson gets it to Benjamin. Benjamin to Wood. Wood just bodies the attempt at a tackle from Greenridge, who just does not manage to displace his man. And all of a sudden, it's 3-0 before half-time. Just as they were getting back into the game with their match momentum, we go and do that. That's the sign of champions, I think. That's the sign of champions. Wood, by the way, involved in all 3 goals. So, quality. Absolute quality. Oh, God. Got a hiccup there. Goodness me. Bad timing for a hiccup. Absolute quality is what I was trying to say. I am just going to tell Staunton that he's not been good enough. Try and get a bit more out of him if we can. Right, second half. We're 3 ahead. It's 1 goal more than the what I normally like. You guys know. 2-0 lead. It's just a little bit nervy. 3-0, it's a little bit more comfortable. I was waiting for that to go in just as I was saying that and reduce it from a 3-goal lead to a 2-goal lead. Because that is exactly what happens usually whenever I open my mouth while playing this game. Right, Boreham Wood. Trying to build out from the back here. Gets it to one of their players, but they give the ball away again. They've done that a couple of times here, and it really messed up the first time. And I tell you what, we're very lucky there because the goalkeeper was rooted. Well, very unlucky, I should say. Goalkeeper was rooted. Wood with the shot. Very unlucky not to get it on target because the keeper wouldn't have saved it. No way he doesn't know that's not on target because it was very close. Right, ball out to Ravenhill. Would like a good performance from Ravenhill on camera at some point because I feel like he needs a good bit of publicity because at the moment he's doing nothing but upsetting me because of how bad he's been. Not even just how bad he's been bad and good, but he feels like he's been bad more times than he has been good. We've got 4 rather inconsistent central midfield options, but not all of them have inconsistency as traits. So it's a little bit confusing as to what makes them so inconsistent when they're not showing as inconsistent. Like Riley, for example, I know is either not consistent or doesn't like big games. I can't remember which one it is. I think it's his consistency for him. They all do blow into one. I tell you what, Rose turned on the afterburners there, but Langley dealt with that really well, and that kind of justifies me putting him back in the team because for a while Popper was looking good, but we decided to change that, and that just justified it a little bit for me. I'd love to take Wood off, but he's on a hat-trick. I can't take him off on a hat-trick. That would be outrageous. Right, as much as I don't want to, I'm going to bring Fletcher on. We'll swap him and Ravenhill around just because Fletcher does do better in this position. We'll make him a supporting deep line playmaker just so he's doing something a little bit better. Staunton I don't really want to take off, although he is the next tiredest, but I will leave the other 2 changes for the final 10. We'll just go with Isaac coming on in a deep position for now, and then we'll make the other 2 just to see the game out as well. I'll probably take Benjamin off more than likely, but I kind of want to keep Wood on to see if we can get him a hat-trick. If we get him a hat-trick in this highlight, I'll take him off, but if not, then we won't. As I said that, the ball came to him. If I hadn't said that, what's the betting he would have scored? He wouldn't have scored. He wouldn't have beaten the goalkeeper in the air there. I don't know, maybe he would have. Who knows? Could be wrong. Could be completely wrong. Right, here come Boreham Wood looking for an elusive goal that has literally just been a bit of a struggle for them through the entire game. They've had many chances like they're having now, but our goal has got a bit of a charm life on it, and we are getting away with it a little bit in this half. They've actually been the better team this half, looking at momentum. We still have had more chances, but we've kind of, I think in the last few minutes, we have just turned it around a little bit and kind of gone, no, you guys need to listen. We are the better team here. So I think we are starting to get a bit more control into it, which is good. Right, final couple of changes. I'm going to take off Ferguson. Carlos Richards is going to come on. And we'll put Mendes in the middle because he can do a job there. We'll change into an attacking midfielder on support. And we'll leave it at that. That feels like the right thing to do. Right, corner to Boreham Wood. They are passing it around a little bit here, looking to get it into the box, into a dangerous position. We're doing well to defend it at the moment, but I would like to see us actually get the ball and go up for an attack. That would be lovely. Are we going to get that? I tell you what, he did a great job there. Just unfortunate he couldn't get the ball in the back of the net. He does win another corner, though, in the 81st minute. And Boreham Wood have another chance here. Again, they've had plenty of chances in this game, Boreham Wood. They've just been really unlucky with how they've gone. Just like they were really unlucky that highlight decided it did not want to go to completion, which is kind of funny. This is going to be enough to not only obviously keep us up with the big goal difference, but I've also just noticed as well, Forest Green, our next opponents, level on games with us, but it looks like they're either drawing or losing because Southend have gone ahead of them in the league. So we might be going to them, either A, with them having a point to prove, or B, on a bit of a downer because they've lost positioning. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Richards has picked the ball up from another defensive error there. Taylor's there, and Taylor just heads it over. I do kind of want an on-camera Taylor goal to see off his career. It would be lovely. He has been a big part in us getting, well, a potential promotion. Obviously, it's not guaranteed just yet, but certainly he was a huge part of us getting promoted last season. I'd love to see him get a goal on camera for this season as well. But that is the win. 3 points well earned. We did all the work really in the first half. Well, in fact, no, we did do all the work in the first half. That leaves Boreham Wood in 18th place. And just to confirm, Forest Green did actually end up winning the game. So Where is Southend's game? Southend. So Southend ended up drawing instead of winning. A 92nd minute equaliser from Gateshead cost them the chance to go second. It does mean that Forest Green are now... How many points is that? That is 17 points. They're 17 points behind us. It is a 46-game league, so we've got 9 games left. That's 27 points. So... That is... So there's still a lot of points to play for. It's still not mathematically confirmed yet. We've still got a while to go. I think we need to be... I think we need... with this points gap, we need 5 games left. Once we hit 5 games left, if we still have this points total, we'll have won it. Sorry, this points gap, sorry, we'll have won the league. That'll be it. We have secured playoffs, though, which is great because the board obviously... only wanted us to survive. We have had a change in the chairman, by the way. That has happened. So there has been a mini takeover, but no extra funds, no change in anything. It was someone who was already at the club. So nothing exciting to bring you on that one. Speaking of excitement, though, Forest Green Rovers, they did their bit to stay in this title race. We need to do what we can to beat them just to give ourselves a little bit more breathing room. At least that's the plan anyway. I'll see you in a moment. We are back for the main event of the episode, the game against second-placed Forest Green Rovers, and this is the 11 that we're going to be using to hopefully put a little bit more distance between ourselves and what are, at the moment, our most nearest rivals. Now, I am going to apologise in advance. I'm recording this on the 1st of January 2025. I'm not sure when it will come out, but that's when I'm recording it. And despite the fact that New Year's Eve was last night, I've still got some fireworks going off, so you might hear the occasional firework or two because they happen to be some of my neighbours down the road. So if you hear an occasional bang in the background, don't worry, that's not on your end, that is on my end. So the 11 we're going to be going with today is Langley in goal, Banks, Burke, Ward and Wood in defence. We've then got Ravenhill and Riley in the middle with Wood, Ferguson and Mendes supporting Benjamin up front. We do have 2 different versions of Wood in the team. We've got, I don't know, Plywood and something else. No, we've got Harrison Wood and we've also got, I was going to call him Chris Wood. It's not Chris, it's Connor. Connor Wood. So that's the 11. In terms of players we're missing out, Ben El Mahani, he's dropped off a little bit recently. So I'm just trying to work out. Apologies, my door opens. I'm just trying to work out how to try and get him in onto the bench because he has been a really important player for us this season. But equally, we've shown that we can kind of manage without him. Now, I don't really know what the best solution would be, other than maybe we take O'Reilly off the bench and we replace him with him. It gives us 2 wing options, I know. Do we need 2 wing options? Probably not. But both Ben El Mahani and Richards have been in decent form, so it helps. But also, remember, Harrison can go into the attacking midfield role, as can Mendes. So it kind of doubles up for that. I'm probably overthinking that a little bit, to be honest with you. But let's get in to the game against Forest Green. The first time we played them, I do believe we lost against them this season. However, this is at home. That was away from home. That was also a very tight game. So I'm hoping that home advantage will give us the difference in this one. Our record recently, 4 wins from 5, the other one being a draw. Top draw. Very, very happy with that. Their record recently, 3 draws, a loss and a win. Not as good. They have done very well to be in second place, but they have dropped off quite a bit. That is what's allowed us to build that 17-point gap that we've got there, which is pretty handy. So basically, we need to keep that points difference the same by about 5 games to go, because then we'll be 17 points ahead with 15 left on the table. So that's what we're looking at. So we're looking at having this points difference by around game 41, 42, somewhere in that region. And if we can do that, then the title and promotion is ours. And then we've got the joy that comes with that. I mean, if we get promoted, we have to go professional, and we have to look at the stadium and see if it's got the right capacity seating-wise. And there's a lot that we have to consider if we get promoted. So it could be a bit of a tricky one. I don't necessarily want to put this in there. I think I've already mentioned this briefly anyway, as Amari Benjamin puts us 1-0 ahead. I'm not necessarily going to be looking for work, but if job offers come, we'll have to take them into consideration, purely because it's going to be a heck of a job to keep Spennymoor up and get them to the point where they're going to be a proper, legitimate League 2 side. I'm not shying away from that job, but I'm just saying that could lead to a relegation on our CV, and ideally we don't really want that. So I will be considering leaving if a job comes our way, but I will not be necessarily looking for a job, because I am quite happy here at Spennymoor, although I think the 2 seasons we've had, they've scored almost straight away. They've equalised, so it is 1-1 now. We're going to have to see how it shakes out. It's a difficult one because I don't really know what I want to do. Other than I know that I'm enjoying my time here at Spennymoor, but I also know that once we get into the league, like proper football league, I don't know, I'm a bit worried about how we're going to cope, and I don't think we're going to cope not that we're going to cope that well, but I think it'll be a real struggle, which I think will probably make for more entertaining viewing than us winning everything. Having said that, again, I'm just thinking of the aim of the save is for me to do what I would do realistically as we go 2-1 ahead. Joe Mendes with his 9th of the season. Realistically, would I stay at a club if a club who gives me a better offer comes along? Unless I've got proper loyalty to them for some reason, which in the nicest way to Spennymoor Town, I've got no affiliation with them other than the fact that in this save they're my current employer. You know, that's kind of where my head's at the moment. If an offer comes in, I'll be considering it. But if it doesn't, I'll be happy because we're a newly promoted side. But then we're going to be coming up against teams who are going to be a lot better than us. Having said that, League One side Lincoln, we beat them in the FA Cup. So it makes you wonder, doesn't it? Right, it's 2-2. What a game for the neutral this is, by the way. Spennymoor 2, Forest Green 2. Forest Green very much knowing that they need to turn up here because they need to start getting results again to try and keep up with us. And they're doing it quite well. By the way, don't know if you can hear them. Fireworks going off in the background at the moment. But yeah, fair play to Forest Green. They're doing exactly what they need to do at the moment, and they peg us back again. Can we get another goal to go ahead again? That's what we're going to be looking to do. I am looking for Ferguson to kind of step things up a bit because he's not really done a lot in this game so far. That's a poor pass, really. And now here come Forest Green, and we could be in a little bit of a problem here. We have got players who are coming back. Buck does a really good job there, really good job. But it's whipped in. Mays there, shot on the edge of the area. Langley manages to cover it as it goes wide. Yeah, they're a dangerous team. They are a dangerous team. I mean, they beat us earlier in the season for a reason. I'm sure it wasn't a draw. I'm sure that they beat us. It feels like that long ago. It really wasn't in terms of me playing it. Right, Ferguson, Banks gets it forward to Wood, who hasn't really done a lot in this game, gets it to Ferguson. Ferguson back to Wood. Wood has heard me. He's running into the box here. He's gone for the shot. He's put it over. Probably should have held it up. Probably should have tried to pass it, and that's why he's on a 6.5. I think we know who might be for the chop in the second half. I think we might be bringing in Ben Al-Mahani on. I think we might be doing that. But we have still been on top of the game, despite the fact that they've pegged us back twice. We just need to find a little bit more magic. I need Ferguson to kind of step things up as well. Actually, as it stands, Wood is having a better game than Ferguson. I might keep Wood on, and I might take Ferguson off. Maybe. I haven't decided yet. I'm going to say I'm not happy. We're going to tell you two to calm yourselves down. We're going to tell you guys that you need to step things up. I'm going to say the same thing to you two as well. Right, substitutions. I think we need to make 1 or 2. Now, annoyingly, O'Reilly's not on the bench. I would have taken Ben Ward off, but we can't do that anymore. Liam Ravenhill is going to come off for Ollie Dyson, and I am going to bring Ben Al-Mahani on. I'm going to trust in Alex Ferguson, not that one, to do what he can do. But I am going to bring Ben Al-Mahani on for Wood. So 2 changes at half-time. We still have 1 left in our back pocket. Let's see if we can get another goal or 2 just to see the game off. We'll demand more from the boys. But again, this is what we're on about. We're maintaining that goal difference. If we win this game, then we can win the title with 6 games left rather than 5. So winning this game would be really, really important. A draw keeps us where we were, which is in a really good position. A win just means that we're in a better position, and a loss just means that we might have to play one. Well, we will have to play 1 more game, so it'll be 4 games in advance that we can win the title by. Early signs in the second half show that Forest Green are doing quite well with their set pieces, but we are still on top of the game. Match momentum is very much within our favour. I am going to demand more from the boys. I would like to see us get a goal. Ferguson and Ben Al-Mahani aren't necessarily doing that well. Ward has continued to not do that well as well. So we need to be a bit wary here. Now we have given possession away there. Lovely tackle there. But Mabaya has got the ball. Gets it in. And it is 3-2 to Forest Green. And they might be doing a double on us this season. Right. Well, that's not ideal. I've gone attacking. I'm not seeing their city highlight again. We're firing the boys up. We're kicked off with a highlight from kick-off. This can sometimes mean that we're going to get a goal. Could also mean that they're going to get a goal. But we've nicked the ball off of them. Ferguson now looking to show a bit of worth here. Pass the ball. He's gone for the shot. He's an advanced playmaker on support. He's down not to shoot as often, and yet he's shooting like that. Goodness me. Right. He's coming off. Mendes is going to attack in midfield. Carlos Richards is coming on. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Yeah, we're doing it. I'm going to fire the boys up when we got the chance to. But on top in this game, and we are at the risk of dropping points here. It's not the end of the world because of the position we put ourselves in, but my goodness me. At home, with the form we've been in, we should be beating this lot. But they've turned up after having a really rotten bit of form. But Ben Al-Mahani's in there, and they're not beating us anymore. It is 3-3. It is a tie. And we've only got a couple of minutes of normal time. We'll have a few of added time as well. But that is the opportunity for us to get a point out of the game and maintain our 17-point gap at the top from Forest Green. I don't know how it would affect third place, but that's how much it would be with Forest Green. But Ben Al-Mahani, the super sub, has come on and done the job. Richards with the cross as well. What a wing pair they are. Fantastic. Added time now. I'm not holding out for a winner. I'm quite happy with the draw. We go ahead twice. They peg us back twice. They go ahead. We managed to peg them back as well. Really, probably the fairest result. We were the better team. However, it wasn't by a whole lot, I would say. They did have a number of chances. And there you can see it confirmed. It's actually, I must have got the maths wrong a little bit because, is that 7? No, it is a 17-point gap. No, I am right. So 17 points is still the gap, which is absolutely fine. I'm more than happy with that. And Southend are yet to play. It could go down to a 16-point gap if they win their game in hands and go ahead of Forest Green by a point. So we do have to bear that in mind. But that is going to be it for today. Now, in terms of where that leaves us in the table, other than the numbers changing, the gaps stay exactly as it is for the moment. Again, just until Southend play. At the moment, we're the only team who are confirmed to be in the playoffs. We've lost 3 games this season. One of them was against Forest Green, as mentioned before. We'll have a quick look at the profile and just see how we're doing on everything. Now, we have got the top assister in the league in our right back, Lewis Banks. First time I've had, personally, a defender on that list, but it's really good to actually have one there. Goal scoring wise, we obviously chopped and changed with our strikers a bit, but we do have them on the charts. Benjamin's on there with 19. Of course, Bloomfield is there with 27 and a few others over 20. Carlos Richards is on here with 13. Yassin Ben Al-Mahan is on there with 13 as well. And we've run out of room there, but actually Taylor wouldn't be 1,000,001 miles away from that spot. He has scored 14 times in total for us this season, 10 of them in the league. So he is still having a good season. But that is going to do it for today's video. Now, I think we just come back for the end of the season. Again, mathematically speaking, if we look at the games left, mathematically speaking, there's a 17-point gap. Let's assume it goes down to 16 and Southend managed to close the gap a little bit. That means that we can win the title with 5 games left. So we can win the title at Yeovil, which is only in a couple of games' time. There is a temptation in me maybe to come back for that. There is a temptation in me to come back for that. And maybe we play Yeovil and Tamworth. Yeovil have actually been a decent team this season as well. They're in 9th at the moment. I think they got promoted as well last season. So there is a temptation for me to come back for that and we can see the trophy get lifted. I think, yeah, do you know what? I'm going to play through the next couple of games, and at the first opportunity we get where it looks like we're going to win the title, we're going to come back for that. So it might not be that long, but once we've done that, we will skip through to the end of the season and do the season review in the following video rather than do the final 2 games. Funnily enough, one of those games is against Southend, but by the time we play them, it should all be over and done with. So leave that with me. I will come back when it looks like we're going to be lifting a title, or if it's gone horribly wrong in the meantime, and then we'll see what happens. Thanks so much for watching. If you've enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave a like on there for me, and don't forget to subscribe as well. It's completely free to do so, and you'll make me a very happy chap. I've been Stu, you guys have been awesome, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.